Remember when Trump said that this country is going to hell?
Frankly, I think, and I hate to say it, the country's going to go to hell.
What we didn't realize was that he'd be the one steering it there.
Director Radcliffe, this was a huge mistake, correct?
No.
A national political...
Hold on.
No, you
Let me
hold
answer.
on. No,
The
Director
answer- the
Radcliffe,
reason
I
I
asked you
say
a yes or
no-
no question, and now you hold on. A national political reporter
You can characterize it how you want.
was made privy
The White
to
House has
sensitive
made
information
clear
about
that there
imminent
was an
military
inadvertent
operations against a
mistake,
foreign terrorist
inadvertent
organization.
mistake of
Behold, America is gradually being destroyed at the hands of those who are not DEIs. You may have heard the new one, under the second coming of the Orange Jesus, and with the reckless oversight of drunken master, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth. U.S. military war plans have been exposed in open forums and chat rooms. United States military war plan become buy one, get one free in an open forums and chat room. Or shall I say, all you can read buffet of USA war plans and security. Clearance is not required, turning national defense into an open access database for adversaries.
adding a reporter.
And that wasn't a huge
to a
mistake?
seal.
That wasn't a huge mistake?
Well, I think they characterize
This is
it as
an
a
embarrassment.
mistake.
This is utterly unprofessional. There's been no apology. There has been no recognition of the gravity of this error. And by the way, we will get the full transcript of this chain, and your testimony will be measured carefully against its content. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
One can only imagine Putin and his allies reviewing these documents with ease, capitalizing on the reckless abandonment of security measures. Senator Tammy Duckworth put it plainly. Pete Hegseth is literally the most unqualified Secretary of Defense in history, and this is further demonstrating his incompetence. He's leaking classified war plans via group chat. If you're our allies, I'd be thinking twice about sharing classified information with us. The implications of this failure are dire, raising serious concerns about trust, national security, and America's standing among its allies.
Well, this starts out with Pete Hegseth is literally the most unqualified Secretary of Defense in history. And this is further demonstrating his incompetence. And he's literally leaking classified war plans via group chat, right? He's the guy who actually uploaded. He knew this was classified information. He uploaded it. It's a stunning breach of our national security by Pete Hegseth and Trump administration. They've done this before. And frankly, this puts the lives of our servicemen and women in danger. And I have to ask the same question that you just asked. Don't they care? Don't they care about the men and women in uniform who are going to be flying those missions? And by the way, if you were our allies, I would be thinking twice about sharing classified information with the United States for future missions. And that could put our men and women in uniform who are in harm's way right now in danger. Shame on them. All these people need to lose their jobs.
Yeah, we were already about it.
On the House floor, Representative Moskowitz criticized the handling of classified information, emphasizing the recklessness of its exposure. Instead of delivering a lengthy speech, he used a series of emojis to illustrate how sensitive intelligence was being carelessly shared, highlighting the urgency of safeguarding national security.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think it's always good, like when we have something that's bipartisan, to point it out because it happens so little around here anymore. But rather than giving like a really big, long speech, I feel like I could just use this, and this will tell you that I think it's good, right? So like that's a fist, American flag, fire. So I'll just, from now on, when we do things where like we agree, I'll just hold this up rather than giving like a really big, long speech. So job well done, guys.
Would the gentleman yield?
Sure, I'll yield.
But I'm not sure everybody recognizes the reference there. Would you explain where that comes from?
Yeah, so this is how when we're in like a chat with friends, right, where we're like having a casual chat about like where we're dropping missiles.
Are you talking about a public chat room?
Yeah, but like, and with friends, and we're just like, hamming about who we're gonna bomb and all of that. But we agree, we fist American flag fire. So I'm holding this up. I think we could just keep the committee shorter if like when we agree, we just hold this up. Yeah.
No, I think you're supposed to have the flexed arm instead of the fist.
No, it was just it was just the fist. What signal chat are you in?
But
I was on Twitter.
If the gentleman would yield for an additional question,
Sure.
But what happens if there are reporters who might be there for that?
Well, hopefully they support America. and that it's fire.
So you're telling me we can't have a bipartisan conversation among members of the committee without a journalist being there?
Well, we can, but if you don't add them, if you don't want them to know.
And what if they just happen to show up somehow?
Well, that's because somebody added
When
them.
asked directly at the White House, the president dismissed concerns, suggesting that the situation is being exaggerated. He maintains that these past 2 months have been among the most successful of any presidency.
Well, I mean, look, we look at everything, and they've made a big deal out of this because we've had 2 perfect months. We are bringing in business, and we have another one announced tomorrow, a big one, very big. Like in the history of our country, nobody's ever seen anything like it. And I think probably a lot of people are saying they started by saying it was the greatest first month that a president has ever had, and I think that's true. And now they say it's the best second month, and they had to find something. And
Well, I have to agree with him on one thing. Yep, in terms of turning a good economy into a dumpster fire in just few weeks.
nobody's ever seen anything like it.
Just to highlight the heaven falling in these last few weeks, planes falling out of the sky, consumer confidence plummeting, grocery prices soaring, job losses mounting, measles outbreaks, major security snafus, protests everywhere, Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid under attack. Yeah, in the history of our country.
Nobody's ever seen anything like it.